Obviously, not everything that scientists have thought about COVID has turned out to be true. That is the nature of science and research. But that uncertainty has been weaponized by people who want to discredit science and ignore scientists' suggestions. So now, countering misinformation becomes part of the job for scientists and the future scientists of CSU. Here's Mark Salinger.
Can you try talking again and see what happens?
The pandemic has changed a lot.
Hi, Colleen. Glad you could join us.
Even getting people together to talk can be challenging.
But I would say normally no, which is why we realized the need for this.
In a meeting room at CSU,
The context really matters.
faculty from the microbiology, immunology, and pathology department tackle a problem they can't solve alone.
Science communication is just an inherently interdisciplinary field. There's the science and there's the communication.
Nicole Kelp is good at science.
Yes, yeah.
Ashley Anderson teaches communications.
That's where the second part comes in.
Together, they're working to train the next generation of scientists on how to get the world to believe them.
It's not so much the information you're communicating, it's do I trust you as a person, and that can really affect whether or not I'm going to believe what you say.
CSU is working to stop the spread. No, not COVID, the spread of misinformation, teaching scientists about listening, valuing other perspectives, and articulating facts without feeling the need to dumb them down.
Yeah, scientists could have the right information and not seem trustworthy and people don't believe them.
Scientists are going to be like a key part of that, of tackling misinformation.
Scientists have told us about vaccines and how the virus spreads and so many other things during the pandemic. But their work has been countered by false information. Ashley and Nicole want to stop that.
We in our academic ivory towers can't march in and tell people what to do or think effectively, and we want to really empower and connect with those communities.
We have a lot of work ahead of us, and
the solution starts with a conversation.
Hopefully, we can make a difference.
Now, communication students will join science majors for this class, but they're also inviting in members of the community to take the course with them. They want scientists already out working in the real world, Kyle, to share their perspectives and help them find solutions as well.
And they're learning in real time about what kinds of communication approaches work and what kinds might be well-intentioned but don't work.
Yeah. Something that Nicole told me that was really interesting is that a lot of times the training for scientists to go on TV, for example, is kind of help dumb them down a little bit so that they can talk about things that you and I can understand without these big words or lots of data. But a lot of times she says that comes across disingenuous. So she wants them to be able to talk freely about what they can and tell people and connect with them in a way that they understand.
I think at this point in the pandemic, people know a certain amount about what's going on with the terms. I think people can handle higher level information than maybe we could at the beginning of the pandemic. We sat here and explained what social distancing was or what a pandemic curve was. All right.
We've learned a lot.
Thank you, Mark.